Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this Friday morning edition. Thank God it's Friday, wherever you are. It is a beautiful Friday morning indeed. I'm glad, I'm excited to be here right now. Chelsea news, and we go to some other one or two items on our menu. But quickly, you see, Chelsea crisis began when there was pressure on us to admit the fact that we are in the title race. When the team was performing very well, the first 15-16 games we played, and all of a sudden, Chelsea that no one expected is now on the second position, or was then on the second position. Talks started coming in from left, right, center, back, that Chelsea are in the title race. And something happened. During that period, the entire squad, including the coaching staffs and the players, all came together unanimously and started to debunk that news of Chelsea being in a title race. You ask our head coach, he will be straightforward with you. I said it and I'm saying it again. Chelsea are not in a title race. We are not there yet. Liverpool and Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City, they are ahead of us. They have a coach that has been there for 9 years. Arsenal, 5 years. They have experienced players. We do not have that. That has been the talk around our club. You ask the players, they will tell you the same thing. Oh, we are only taking each game at a time. Trying to win each game at a time. You follow it up again the next time. It's like we are getting irritated, including we, the fans, the supporters. We are only in the title race. We are not in the title race. We are only trying to win all of our games. Dear friend, that was when Chelsea's problem started. That was the period that we went to Everton. Is it Everton or Fulham? Yeah, Fulham. That was when our challenge started. Listen, starting from tomorrow's game in the FA Cup third tie against Maccabi, I will expect Maresca speaking from this moment. There's going to be a presser today. I will expect him to come with a different tone. He needs to come with a different tone in his speeches. He needs to calm down a little bit, especially in the post-match interviews. And even pre-match. You know, in most of those interviews, he talks about how we are taking each game as it comes. And he kept saying, we are not in a title race. As a football fan and as a strong believer in the power of the tongue, dear friend, when I look at my coach, I would like to see the body language of a coach that wants to win. I would like to hear from my coach that the team wants to win and be successful. I'm not sure the kind of message he's sending down the spine of the players in terms of their mental capability. We take each game as it comes. This is Chelsea Football Club, for Christ's sake. Maresca, you are taking each game at a time, yes, but there has to be an ambition. Whenever there is no ambition, you don't see performances. Chelsea should be destroying teams, playing teams off the park. Our coach really needs to look at his speech and tone it down a little. He needs to let the world know that, yes, this is Chelsea Football Club and we are in to win. The players need to understand that deep down their throat, deep down their heart, that this club is a club that is in to win. Whether we are a young team or we are building a new team, whatever it is, the mentality has to be there. That is how to build a strong and a firm team. You don't build a team on mediocrity. You don't build a squad on mediocrity. You want your team to win every game. You want to win titles, trophies. There must be a mentality. It is not. I don't want to believe that the squad is entirely too bad. I don't want to believe so. That this squad is entirely too bad. No. Last season by this time was when the squad was rather peaking. When we had less injuries, when our players were returning from injury. Now, how many players we have on injury? Even when Reece James, Fofana, Romeo Lavia, and who else? Badashile, 4. They were the known players that are on injury. It was still not up to the number of players that were on injury last season, before Christmas. Now we have Romeo Lavia back, we have Reece James back, only Badashile and, how do you call him? Wesley Fofana. Badashile, hopefully today, in a presser, we should be hearing the news on him. The squad is not entirely bad. It is the mentality of the players. We need to start working on our players mentally. You watch the last few games we played, we've not scored goals. Meanwhile, in the first 15 games, we scored 5, we scored 4. Yes, we were conceding, but we were scoring more. So what went wrong? The mentality. The moment we started to tell ourselves we are not in the title race, we stopped fighting for every ball. It is not just about Nicola Jackson not scoring goals. Every attacker in that team is expected to score goals. As a matter of fact, even goalkeepers scores goals. It is not about we going into the transfer market. I understand. We want to strengthen our squad. Oh, our strikers are initially, if you can remember very well, we started with defense. So, our defense is not good. Our goalkeeper is giving us. We were conceding goals because of the goalkeeper mistakes. Now it looks like the entire squad. That should tell you that there's something fundamentally wrong with the players. It is about the mentality. It is about the mentality. The words that we were speaking, we were saying out of our own mouth, what our coach kept saying, is what entered the head of the players. If you say we are not ready to win the title, then why do we fight for it? Now, we understand Chelsea are interested in Liam Delap. After we played Ipswich, the interest became more stronger. Delap to Chelsea, whether it happens or not, let me first of all point out this. Chelsea going for Liam Delap at this point, I will see it as a panic buying. Yes. Chelsea going in for Liam Delap from Ipswich, I'll see it as a panic buy. Why? Because the team is not performing. Any team that is not performing, no matter the player you sign, once he enters that same team, it's the same mentality. So it is better Chelsea work on the individual players, recycle them back to the mentality of winning. Then when you are signing a player like Delap, and he comes in, he knows the mentality of the squad. The mentality is that we are in to win. Delap, Chelsea fans, keep an eye on that. It is possible. But I, for once, am not in favor of it. It is a panic buy. It is. Delap is not anything better off than the strikers we have there. Delap, you put Delap on par with McGuay, or let's just say even Jackson. Yes. If Chelsea want to buy a striker, then they should go in for a striker that can give, real competition to Jackson. Real competition. Dear friends, another player that Chelsea showed interest in is Paris Saint-Germain. Napoli striker, Napoli attacker, Napoli left attacker, left winger, Napoli left winger, Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia's story came up last season strongly with Chelsea showing interest in Kvaratskhelia. But the reality of the matter is Napoli was not interested in selling Kvaratskhelia to Chelsea. Last season, Chelsea tried to strike a deal with Kvaratskhelia, but Napoli rejected it outright that the young man is not for sale. Now, what happened that Napoli is willing to sell? We understand Paris Saint-Germain now are the front runners. Paris Saint-Germain are the front runners right now to buy Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. PSG and Napoli are in direct contact for the player, even though Chelsea is also showing interest. But PSG are the front runners as we speak, and they step up their effort to make it happen. The player is open to offering or to offers from other places, not just PSG. As a matter of fact, the player actually really wants to come to the Premier League. The player is open to coming to the Premier League, but PSG, they are the front runners right now working to sign the player. PSG are also interested in adding a player plus cash to get Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. He is one player. Personally, if not for Sancho, I would have wanted him in Chelsea. If not for Sancho, because it's almost the same thing. The same style of play. Kvaratskhelia and Jadon Sancho, they are all equal for me. Now, PSG are offering Skriniar plus cash in the deal. It now depends on Napoli whether to accept it or not. But you see, I want to tell you something. Napoli's formal request for Kvaratskhelia remains around 80 million euro package. Direct negotiations with Paris Saint-Germain are ongoing right now. Now, Kvaratskhelia camp discussing terms with PSG as they are offering over 4 times his current salary. That alone is a no-go area for Chelsea. So it's better Chelsea look elsewhere. If we are looking for a backup for Sancho, it's better we start looking elsewhere, because PSG are offering him 4 times the amount the amount Chelsea can offer. Dear friends, I should be back with more in the coming hour. But quickly, before I let you go, quickly, Armando Broja has just been stretched off in the last game. Armando Broja has been stretched off with another injury. I will give you more details on Armando Broja in my next video. But quickly, I want you to understand, Everton have sacked the manager, Sean Dyche. Decision made yesterday. Everton have sacked their managers, Sean Dyche as their head coach. Means that they are back in the market. There have been talks as we speak right now. There are talks ongoing in social media, in the UK especially, that our own Jose Mourinho to Everton. But I don't think Jose will be leaving Fenerbahce anytime soon, when he just signed a deal with them in the summer. I don't think so. I don't think he will cut his stay short because of Everton. And looking at the situation of Everton right now, it will be a terrible mistake for Jose Mourinho to leave Fenerbahce right now and just rush to Everton. Even though the same owners, the new owners of Everton, he once worked with them with AS Roma. The Fredkin Group from AS Roma, they are the new owners of Everton. And I am not too sure Jose will be interested. But well, you can never say never in the football world. So we wait to see what happens next. Dear friends, I'll be back with more exclusives in the transfer front in the coming hours. See you when you see me. Shalom and peace.